10. Srimitra of Jianchu Temple in Jiankong during the Jin dynasty. Srimitra, or Jiyu in Chinese, was from the western regions and known by his contemporaries as Gaozhou. Purportedly, he should have succeeded to the throne since he was the prince, whereas he abdicated in favor of his younger brother, coinciding with Taibo, who gave up his position to his brother. Later, he was inspired by a celestial manifestation and joined the monastic order. Becoming a Sramana, Srimitra was born uncommonly bright and noble. Facing him, one could feel his aloofness from worldly desires. In the Yongjia period of the Jin dynasty, Srimitra came to China while it was being ravaged by wars. He went down to the south of the Yangtze River and stayed at Jianchu Temple. Prime Minister Wang Dao met with the master and was deeply amazed, considering Srimitra and him the same kind. Then, because of that remark, Srimitra gained sudden fame in the region. Yu Yuangi, an official of Taiwei, Zhou Boran, an official of Guanglu, Xie Yuxing, an official of Taichung, and Heng Maolun, an official of Tingwei, were all famous scholar officials. After meeting Srimitra, they admired him loudly, and later frequently discussed with him in harmony. Wang Dao once visited Srimitra to ask about the subtle laws. The latter laid them down. While talking to the former, Bian Wangzi, an official of Shongshuling, also associated nicely with Srimitra. When he paid a visit, just a moment later than Wang Dao, Srimitra sat tight and formally dressed to receive him. When Srimitra was asked about the reason for the differences, he replied, "Mr. Wang behaves in concert with others. Mr. Bian is strict and fond of correcting wrongdoings. That is the reason." Thus, the scholar officials all appreciated his insight and thoughtfulness. Everyone could get his due. Heng Maolun would compose a eulogy for Srimitra, yet he could not complete it after a long period. A man told him, "Srimitra deserves to be called excellent and pure." Heng Maolun thanked him with admiration, thinking this could be a perfect title of the article. Great General Wang Chuzhong in the south heard that officials, such as Wang Dao and Zhou Boran, cherished Srimitra and suspected that they did not make the right judgment. However, when meeting with him, Wang Chuzhong was inspired and felt excited, becoming immensely respectful. Zhou Yi, an official of Puya, who led the functionary candidate recommendation, met Srimitra before he went to the imperial court and said, "If we were in a peaceful age, such talents and sages could be appointed for important duties, then I would have no regrets." Later, Zhou Yi was killed. Srimitra went to see his children in condolence. He recited 3 sections of Buddhist chants with a sonorous voice, and then he delivered a eulogy of condolence with thousands of words. Loud and clear, his face remaining calm. Henceforth, he burst into tears, mourning wholeheartedly. Afterwards, he took back full command of himself. This was an example of how he controlled his emotions in accordance with the occasion. Wang Dao once told Srimitra, "You are one of a kind among foreigners." Srimitra smiled and replied, "If I resembled you all, why should I be here now?" This became a much-told story at that time. With a lofty and simple nature, Srimitra did not learn Chinese. His official friends talked to him through interpreters, but he could grasp the meanings before the translation. Everyone was amazed by his unparalleled sense and intelligence. Srimitra mastered mantras, which were highly efficacious. Originally, mantras did not exist in the Jiangdong area. Srimitra translated the Peacock Sutra and clarified the mantras. He also taught his disciple, Mi Li, a method to chant resonantly that is still popular today. Over 80 years old, Srimitra passed away during the Shangkang period in the Jin dynasty. The officials and his friends all mourned and shed tears after hearing the news. Heng Xuanwu once met Srimitra a long time ago and often praised that his spiritual conditions in later days were even better than those of his earlier days. Wang Min of Langya, who followed Srimitra as his teacher, made a eulogy. The spring and autumn annals described people in the Wu and Yu areas as lower generations. The author believed that the Central Kingdom arose earlier than the barbarian regions. Is it not due to the differences of rites and customs after the first three dynasties, as well as the greedy and brutal nature of the barbarians? However, from time to time, beautiful flowers blossom in foreign regions. Outstanding talents originate abroad as well. Thus, heaven sends sages, but they are not limited to just China or just foreign countries. Since the age of the spring and autumn annals, among barbarians, only Jin Ridui of the Han dynasty was meritorious. However, his merits merely focused on loyalty and filial piety, generating him a great reputation. Gaozo, Srimitra, had an uncommonly great mind, communicating with friends about spirituality. He was pure and excellent, far exceeding Jin Ridui's level. Since Srimitra often practiced austerity to the east of Mount Shizagong, he was buried there after his death. Emperor Cheng of the Jin dynasty cherished the memory of his virtue and built a stupa and tomb at that place. Later, a monk from the Guanyu area traveled to the capital and constructed a temple with the help of Xie Hun of Chen County. To memorialize the glories of the old days, they named it Gaozo Temple.